that was a end of the term song for you. I hope as you watch this video, you're feeling a little bit of a sense of completion. We're almost there, almost at the end of the term. This is just a quick video. This is probably the final video I'll record. The goals of it are just to, one, talk a little bit about course evaluations, and secondly, as you'll see, just for me to give you some final thoughts on the course and to thank you for your work this term. So first, I do want to heartily encourage you to complete the course evaluations for our course. I think some students have the idea that course evaluations don't do anything. They just go into a black hole and no one sees them or reads them. That's patently untrue. I use these course evaluations. They have two uses mainly. One, I use them. This is feedback that I will use to shape my course next term. So I actually use this feedback to know what works well and what I can do to improve for next term. Secondly, I'll be honest with you, these course evaluations, not only they help me improve or recognize what works well in a class like this, they also affect my career. Now, I'm not going to say they will make or break my career, but I do just want to say, was there ever a moment where my superiors or my bosses were in the class? Is there ever a moment where they saw the learning that went on this term or didn't go on this term? The answer is no, right? For better or for worse, these course evaluations are kind of the only record of teaching and learning, the only record of how this class went for you that goes on the record. So another reason that I encourage you to fill out these course evaluations if you haven't yet. One, I use them to improve or recognize what works well in this course, and two, they are the only record of my teaching really that my superiors will see. So even though course evaluations are flawed in some ways, I do encourage you to take them seriously. They have consequence is the point here. And I think the last time I checked, we were at about 10% of a response rate in Writing 122. Really like to see that higher. So I know there's no incentive. The university doesn't incentivize them for you in any other way, but hopefully I've incentivized them for you just now. And just a final note on how course evaluations work. So only I actually get to see the open-ended responses that you leave. I think there's 3 open-ended questions that are answered, answered by written responses. The qualitative, the on a scale of 1 to 5, those Likert scale responses, those are available to administrators. Everyone will see those. My bosses will see those. But the written responses only go to me. So that's another reason I think to really let me know, honestly, what worked well and what didn't. And yeah, another reason hopefully to motivate you to complete the course evaluations. If you've been waiting all term to really tear into me, really let me know what you think about the course, here's your opportunity. I encourage you to do so. If you've been waiting all term to express some sort of appreciation for some of the work I've done this term, here's your opportunity. I really encourage you to do so. Another point I just wanted to make briefly is about our relationship after this class ends. First, I consider my office hours a resource for current students and former students. So feel free to, it's a little bit hard to imagine what office hours will look like in the future, but feel free to come by my office hours in the future for anything writing related, or simply anything you'd like to discuss. If office hours don't exist in the future, feel free to email me about anything writing related or anything that you'd like to discuss. Again, I consider those hours time for current students, but also for former students. So the point here is generally, feel free to reach out to me after the class ends. We can have a professional working relationship after the class ends. I'm happy to do so. In fact, that's one of the joys of teaching, is to retain a relationship with your students and see how they advance in their academic career beyond your class. And finally, speaking of the joys of teaching, I just want to give a final thanks to you all. I want to express my sincere gratitude for your hard work, your engagement, your presence during this difficult term. None of us signed up to teach online classes. None of us signed up to take online classes. But here we are. It's not ideal for you. I fully understand how difficult this may be for some of us. It's not ideal for me. It's been an interesting challenge running an online course from my now 7-year-old laptop. But I just want to express my gratitude for your work in this term. I'm going to be frank. Teaching isn't the most financially rewarding career that one can choose, but I chose it, and I continue to choose it because I think the work is important. I think it's challenging. I think it's exciting, and dare I say, it's fun. That's not something that can be said of all jobs. And the reason it can be satisfying and even fun is because of you. It's a very rewarding job in all kinds of these non-material ways, and that is entirely thanks to you all, my students, who work hard, who get better, who improve. It warms my heart as an educator to see you all do that. So your hard work, your intelligence, and your good humor, I found these all really impressive this term. I'm really excited for your future academic careers at WU, your academic careers beyond, and your professional careers beyond. That's it. Thanks for a great term, and please don't hesitate to stay in touch. Bye.